Hi there. I would like to continue my basics video with some more advanced tips and tricks, but they are, although a little bit more advanced, they are kind of necessary to uh, efficiently use my scripts. So let's start with the spec editor. Now I don't have anything opened. Nothing at the bottom side, at the catalog side, nothing at the top, which is the spec side. I just would like to create something from the scratch. So I hit File, New, Catalog from existing, and source catalog name. It doesn't matter. You can check one of my folders and use one of the catalogs there, but you can basically use whatever catalog you want. For example, I will check the InValves catalog. This is just the source file, and the new catalog name will be something very similar to that, but I would like to put it to the spec common folder and into the Python cable tray, and I will name it training catalog for Python scripts. So this will be a new catalog, brand new catalog, based on the InValves catalog file, which is provided by Autodesk, and it is here at this location. So I just hit create. So this catalog will show shortly at the bottom side of this screen, and it will be filled up with a lot of items which are valves in this case, because I have chosen a valve catalog as a source file. So I just select all of them with shift and I have to go to the catalog editor tab. So I select here all of them at the same place at the bottom, and I just click remove from catalog, because I would like to have a totally empty catalog. So all valves are deleted from this catalog which we have created, training catalog for Python script. So here we go. We have this message, no parts found in the catalog using the chosen filters, and I have no filters turned on. So we just create a new component from scratch. Okay, so for fittings elbows, we have these scripts already installed. So let's create fitting. It's okay, but a sleeve, because the sleeve is the straight cable tray. If I find my it's here at the end. So this is my script, this cable tray script. I use metric, and let's say I would like I don't know, 200 width, and then I leave it like this for now, because if I choose something here, it will behave strangely. I will change the primary end type just in a minute. So I hit create, and here we go. We have the first line in our catalog. So just end type PL facing C, pressure class 10, and all parts have the same, yes. Okay, so for long description we enter something, sample tray 1, and we put it the same name here for the short description, and go to the sizes tab. So we have only one size which we have entered, the 200 width. I am happy with this now. Matching pipe OD, make it 200. All ports have the same properties. Okay, long description size, sample tray 200, because we might add more sizes here. So I leave everything by default, and even the width I can keep it as it is because it is exactly 200 now. C1 is 200, so I'm very lucky now. So I just hit save and we will see if everything is okay. Yes, sample tray 1 is here. So if I would like to make a new size, I just hit duplicate size, port 1, all ports have the same, and let's say 400. Yes. 400, and the name will be sample tray 400. And I change the geometry for now only the width 400. Save to catalog. So now we have two sizes in the straight section. Okay, create a new component. Create a band. It will be also metric. Also 200, 200, create. Okay, I go to the general properties tab and type PL facing C10, all ports have the same, yes. And I will enter sample band 1. Short description, sample band 1. So I go to the sizes tab, 200, 200, 200, width is 200 here. Again, I am lucky with the default values. It is sample band 200. All ports have the same. Save to catalog, and we have another entry, but it doesn't have the 400 width yet. So I just hit duplicate size. All ports have the same data. 400, 400, and 400. Save to catalog. Oh, I forgot the C, so the geometry have to be 400 in width. Save to catalog. And maybe I will also increase the R1 to 600. This is the middle radius of the band, so it's okay. Save to catalog. Okay, I again create a new component. Let's make a reducer. Simply we have two sizes, so we can make one reducer now. Let's make this one. This is the right hand reducer. So create. I forgot to select the correct size, 200, 200 metric. Okay, create. Okay, it will be named sample reducer 1. And short description, sample reducer 1. This is also PL, all ports have the same connection, yes. Facing C, pressure class 10. Sizes tab, port 1, 200. And now the port 2 is different because it is 400. Okay. And it will be 200 dash 400. Sorry, this is 100. Okay. Port 1, port 2 is okay. C1 200, C2 400. Save to catalog. Okay, we have one reducer, one tray, one band. What we also need, unfortunately, we have to do it, is a pipe. Simple, round, cross-section pipe. We have to do it because in the Plant 3D, in the modeling space, the program will determine what size is available in the spec based on the availability of the pipeline. So if there is no pipeline added to your spec, it will assume that you cannot draw anything in any sizes because you don't have pipes. So you have to add a pipe with the proper sizes. So I just simply create a pipe. We won't use it, just we need it there to make a trick with plant. So I just enter sample tray pipe 1, short description same, PL C10, all ports are the same, okay, and size is 200, all ports are the same size. We can change the geometry, but it doesn't really matter. And save to cut. We can hit this. It's more easier. Duplicate size 400, 400, 400. Make it 400 just to have a proper pipeline there. Save to catalog. Okay, so we have a reducer, a pipe, a tray, and a band, and all have the proper sizes. So now go to the spec editor. We have this kind of little cute catalog here, not too many items. And now we can create a new spec. I will do this in my sample project. It is in my documents folder. So I will create spec named training sample spec. So I just hit save, and this create spec window asks me which catalog should it load. So I just tell him to load the training catalog for Python scripts which are already loaded, but anyhow. So I hit create, and my training sample spec is here. So I just highlight all the items what I have just created in this sample catalog and add this to the spec. All items are here. And to make the sleeve editable, I mean to make this straight cable tray editable, we have to enter in the component designation column a value of custom. This will allow to everybody to change the parameters of the straight cable trays. I will show you in a minute. So I hit OK and I hit save. Sorry. So now we have created our own catalog, our own spec in our own project. So let's check the plant. So we are here in the plant 3D. The sample project is already opened, and there is a sample file in here. So I just opened that one. Nothing special here. So if I go to the Home tab, I will search for the training sample spec, which we have created a moment ago. And we have the available sizes of 200 and 400. And as I told you, this availability is checked by plant by the available pipe sizes inside your spec. So that's why we have added this pipe into the spec and into the catalog, because we need the pipe to trick plant to assume that these sizes are there. And it is really there, but we won't use this pipe. So if I select 200 and just paste 200 width cable tray here. Okay, so we just add one band here. Again, one straight section and one reducer. Oh, it is a little bit strange. And I mixed up something. Okay, I did this one. I just hit save, but just to be sure, I hit purge to forget planned about this reducer, and I go back to the spec editor because there is something. Because port 1 is the bigger one, you see here, and port 2 is the smaller one. So actually this should be 400, and this should be 200. Yes, I mixed up the dimensions, and it is quite too long, so I reduce the length of the cable tray. It's safe. Okay. So okay. I go back to the spec editor. Let's say remove the reducer and add it back. And I check the sleeve if the custom value is still there. Yes. Okay, hit save. So theoretically, if we refresh the spec in the Plan 3D and I hit the reducer, oh yes, and I hit next, it should be now okay. The other side, sorry. Sometimes this snapping point is a bit pain. So here we have this right-handed reducer, and now we are at the 400. So we have 400 with tray now, which we have also created. And as I told you, if we enter this custom value here in the spec editor here, in the modeling space, in the properties tab, you can change the length of the cable tray. And I add the band here, for example. So again, I can change the length, and the connected band will move with it. So this is the basics how you can do at the very beginning of a project, how you can create your own catalog and spec. And it is very important that you don't use the catalog what I am providing to you for a long time, because every time I update my app, I also update the catalog to show you how the new items, the new functions work. So if you add many items in the spec editor, in the catalog, and it is the sample catalog which I have provided you, it will be unfortunately overwritten, and all your entries will be gone from here, because I will update the app, give you a new sample file, and you will face a problem with losing all your entries here. So don't be lazy, create new catalogs based on your standards, whatever brand you use for cable trays. Just create that catalog, fill up with your entries, use it, and from that point onwards you don't have to worry about anything. You will have new scripts coming when my update is out. Okay, this was the more advanced basics video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.